Before that money cannot buy you happiness, right? And let me tell you why I disagree with this phrase and this sentiment so much. Now, here's the thing. Majority of the people I've heard who've said that same quote, if you really look at the people who are saying those things, those are people who've in the past probably had a bad experience with handling money, dealing with money. B, they've probably had no experience at all handling money, and it's one of those things that, for people who don't understand how this thing works, it quickly leaves your hand. Think about it. The way people view money right now, the way we view it is the whole sentiment is about chasing it, right? Oh, we have to go give up our 9 to 5 to go work for something in order to get it into our bank accounts, right? So we go out and we chase this money because we have other things and other lifestyle that we want to fund and we want to back. And we don't realize, for most of us, that money in itself, it's inherently a tool. It's inherently a tool in itself. Now, it's a tool to help you buy your freedom. Here's what I mean by that, right? Think about it. Who are the most people who are free amongst us? Who are the most people amongst us who can move around, without any problems? They can go from, here to Belize overnight. Those are people who have a lot of money, people with a lot of resources, people who have enough resources to get them to where they want to be, to where they want to go, to chase what matters, right? If you weren't worried about money right now, if money wasn't a huge issue for you, if you didn't have to worry about your finances, what would you be doing right now? You'd probably be pursuing something more on the creative side, or trying to figure out what it is that you want to do. And for some people, they're probably just going to take this opportunity to be lazy and just be them. And that's who they are. They're just people. We got to understand that we're different. But realistically, the vast majority of us, what you want to do if we had that free time, I know, me doing that, I would want to go pursue something that I'd want to do. I'd want to be out here making videos to help other people figure out what they want to do. I'd be spending my time, figuring out what else I'd want to do to, not only benefit me and make me happy, but, figure out what I want to do in life. And that's when you have to not have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about finances. You essentially are putting yourself in a position where, you're almost, in a way, purchasing your freedom. Now, what do I mean by that? Why do most of us get a 9 to 5 job? Why do most of us get even 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, 5 jobs? The vast majority of us, the reason why we're in those situations is because of debt. And we all know that debt in itself is a form of slavery. It's a form of slavery because you're owing someone something. In order to owe someone something and pay back that debt, you have to go in and basically trade your time, trade your future freedom and productivity that you could be focused on, something else, future creativity, whatever it is that you want to put that to, and you're slaving in the way so you can pay back what's due. So debt in itself is a form of slavery. And people who understand how money works, people who understand how money flows, they essentially know that this tool can help them in put in the right places, get to where they want to be, to the point where they're pursuing what they need to pursue in life. So money, the way I see it, fundamentally is a tool that can help you purchase your freedom from the 9 to 5, which will help you discover what makes you happy. So in a way, money does buy your happiness, but you have to understand how to use it. Most people nowadays, I guarantee you, the vast majority of us, and that's probably why we're in this mess right now, we use money. We use money to enslave ourselves. We use the money that we have to go into further slavery. What do I mean by that? Think about it. When someone gets paid, what is the average thing that someone does with it? They probably go spend it right away. I've had a ton of people, you wouldn't believe this. In a past life, I used to be a financial consultant, and I would come across people who you wouldn't believe how they spend their money. Cash comes in, it goes out. Very little disposable income. And you start seeing that increasingly. You have conversations with it because you want to have these fact-finding conversations. And, you find out people just spend to spend. Some of it is just to feel good. Some of it is to outdo, their partners. And the other is some people just don't even know why they're spending, so they use these things to buy frivolous assets that don't benefit them at all. So they get themselves into further debt, further slavery. They trade further more of their time, more of their freedom away to pay back the useless things that they've bought, the useless thing that don't even use. We just consume it and toss it away. So we use the money, we use the finance system and how we see it nowadays, and we use it to enslave ourselves rather than using it as a tool to basically break the chains and break the bonds that we're in right now to earn our freedom. And that's the problem. So you have to start rewiring. You have to start rewiring how you view your money, how you view your finances, and how you view basically how everything functions. Because the more you can understand that, the closer you can get towards getting to where you need to be. Freedom from the 9 to 5, freedom from having to worry about, who's going to come take care of you when things don't go right. Freedom to know that your family members, friends, everyone, community, they're all good. You know how much of a feeling that is? To know that not only you, but your immediate family, they don't have to worry about nothing because you got them. And not only that, because you understand how much of a tool this is to earn your freedom, how much of a key this is to unlock that door to those gates that is holding you guys back. To unlock that, you can teach other people how to do it for themselves too as well. So by understanding how money works, for understanding how it moves around, and understanding how it relates to you, and understanding how to utilize it to your knowledge, you can use it to earn your freedom. You can use it to make the right moves to get out of situations that you don't need to be. Guys, we're in a situation right now where we're in trillions of dollars worth of debt. Trillions of dollars worth of debt. Credit cards, student loans, mortgages, home equity lines of credits, double mortgages, which are the same thing, So we're up to our nose in debt. We are up to our nose in debt. That's why most people are freaking out right now. A lot of people are freaking out because, they don't have that income coming in right now, and they're looking around and saying, man, I got this obligation. And Drew, man, I got this house I got to pay off. I just got this mortgage not too long ago, man. I just bought this house, and I'm worried, in a few months it's not going to be worth the same thing. Okay, you can be worried. All right, cool. Now it's time to make some moves. Now it's time to think. How are you going to get out of the situation? How are you going to use what's coming to earn your freedom? Because there's going to be a lot of things happening right now, and you got to be able to adapt. Now, again, most of us, this goes in one ear, this goes out the other, and we try to focus on different things, and we want to get ourselves further in that trap, further in that rat race, that state of dependency, and that's fine. Not everyone is built to think, but we are getting real close to a situation right now where it's like, you got to start understanding how this stuff works. It's really not that hard. I know these guys, on Wall Street, these guys, in Washington, they can make this sound as complex as it is, but it's really not. You just have to understand the crux of it. How does your money interact with the other person? How does you spending it on assets or liabilities that are not going to work for you, that are you actually going to have to end up paying out, going to benefit you versus investing it in assets that are going to help? What are assets that you can use the money that you're getting to be able to help you get more money to get to the point where you can earn your freedom? And that's it. So yes, people, money can buy your happiness. If you really pay attention to people that say these different quotes, and I really pay attention to them, are the people who are usually broke. It's usually the people who are broke, people who don't understand how money works, are usually people that say these things, because either you don't have experience with money, using money at all, and you're seeing it as this big, crazy thing, or finance in general, right? If you're not experienced in finance, you're seeing this as this big, crazy thing, complex thing. It's not. And you have the other group who they've never experienced it at all. Oh, no, not never experienced it. You have people who have experience with money, but we're bad with it, have made bad choices, and it bit them in the butt. And they're in a situation where no, that stuff's evil. I've seen it. It's evil. It's evil. It's not evil. Finance is not evil. it's fear of the unknown. You have to understand it. Understand what you think is evil, then it's not evil anymore. You call the devil by its name, you own it. You own it. So you got to understand that this stuff isn't scary. This stuff is important, and yes, it can buy your happiness because it purchases your freedom from worry, your freedom from trading off more future productivity, your freedom from just all of these things that we've tied ourselves down to, that we've thought for so long was important. Well, let's free ourselves from that. Let's start understanding how to free ourselves from that and start getting to a position now where we can start living a life of abundance, because that's what we are all destined to do. But a lot of us, we're making terrible decisions, and we're listening to terrible advices sometimes, but it's all about understanding, how to use this tool in the game of life. And that's it.